Fox 11, the case of a Cerritos businessman's murder that just took an unexpected turn.
So many twists and turns to the story that are so shocking. A Fox 11 News viewer tip, in fact, and a new clue from social media led detectives to a shocking discovery. Gigi Graciette is live with how police pieced everything together. Gigi.
Well, good morning. We were just here at this park. This is the Cerritos Sports Complex right next to Don Canabi Park in Cerritos on Friday, bringing you the story of a murder of a father, a husband, a businessman that happened on the bike path here. And police were trying to identify two people that were seen at the murder scene. Well, it turns out a very alert viewer knew they had seen them before in the most unlikely of places. It was the dramatic end to a story that shook the community of Cerritos and destroyed a family. The murder of Cuauhtemoc Garcia, Temo, as he exercised in broad daylight on the bike path near Don Canabi Park. The suspects, originally persons of interest, a brother and sister, taken into custody Sunday night after a pursuit that ended only when an undercover officer pitted the Prius they were in.
I got a bullet in my head. Just shoot me.
Screaming at times that he wanted police to shoot him, to then asking why he was being arrested, 54-year-old John Chong Moon was taken into custody, accused of murdering Temo Garcia. His sister, 58-year-old Cindy Kim, also arrested for murder. Detectives say she accompanied her brother on the bike path that day and watched as he shot the husband and father of two to death. The arrest of the pair came after an alert viewer saw our exclusive story on Friday, where police were trying to ID the pair. That viewer immediately called the sheriff's department to say they had seen the couple on TikTok.
Oh my God.
You actually started it. You started it. We were sitting here minding our own business. Look.
It was in this video posted by a couple from Florida visiting Orange County. They said the poster recording the siblings after they say they launched racial slurs at them as they ate in Cyprus. It was posted just days before Temo's murder. After the tip, a whirlwind of nonstop detective work by LA County Sheriff's homicide detectives followed, leading to the identity of the siblings, who weren't easy to find because they were living in the Prius. And all points bulletin for the car was issued. Fullerton PD spotted them Sunday evening, and the rest is history. The two behind bars this morning, facing murder charges in the most senseless of killings. It is bittersweet news that
I was just about to say that. That's just some senseless shit.
Man, first off, rest in peace to
rest in peace
guy
to
that, to Brett that lost his life, and condolences to the family, man. 100%, that's some crazy shit for the couple to get noticed on TikTok days before the murder.
And they're not even a couple, they're siblings, right?
Right. Brother and sister, 100%, bro. 100%. That just shows you the power of social media. 100%. You know what I mean? They always
thumbprint.
Come on now, that digital thumbprint, 100%, that digital footprint, bro, 100%. There it is there that, and this was just days before that, before it happened, that video was posted, and they going viral for talking shit to, people having lunch. You know what I mean? 100%, bro. That, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, terrible people.
100%.
And
right.
they didn't even know, dude? It was just a random shit, or?
I want to say, well, they say that the victim, once again, may rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He jogs on that trail. It's a little bike trail. We got them out here where you got the bike riders, you got the motherfucking joggers, just the walkers and shit like that. So Brett go out there and go exercise probably every day.
And they probably parked over there in the woo wop, just living in that Prius. And then one day he's like, man, I'm gonna shoot this fool. This fool just exercising, making his life better and healthier. Fuck this guy. I mean, this is a bad joke, but I'm just saying. Like, what was going through these people's mind? You know what I mean? Then she accompanied him too. Like, what did she lure him there?
Right.
And these ain't some young bucks neither. These 54 and 58 years old.
Right. Some OGs.
Like,
100%.
some siblings just living out the thing.
Homeless OGs, you know what I mean? Living out their core. So, was it some everyday shit? Was it something happened between a little argument or something? You know what I mean? It ain't no telling. Because them
we'll never know.
Be hostile. You know what I mean? They be, they might have been on a come down. They might have been base heads too, on a come down. And
I mean, also too, just think about like, there's going to be a lot of crime because there's a lot of people that lost their houses everywhere because of the fires. You know what I mean?
Right. 100%.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Because motherfuckers is rolling around strapped too. He was like, fuck, he had the pistol on him.
100%, bro.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. They deserve to get everything that's coming at them. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, like you said, they bad people, bro. You just got put on TikTok for arguing with a motherfucker while y'all eating lunch at Panera Bread, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
Racial slurs and shit,
bro. Like, come on now, 100%. That argument had to be bad enough for a motherfucker to want to pull out their phone and record what the fuck you saying, whether it was racial, whether it was
they found them on the TikTok.
Man, come on now, 100%. And then from the motherfucker for you to get noticed for that, then to put two and two together, like, man, that's that motherfucker right there from.
Yeah, and that puts them in the vicinity, the general area too. Sure, so they can't. Plus, cell phones these days too. Everything's going to have you. But yeah, just to have some random person be pissed off and put them on the TikTok, that's funny. And they also saw that the newscast too. You know what I mean?
Right, 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's a description of that couple or whatnot.
Yeah, that's the power.
I mean, it's so it clearly was random because like there's, you know what I mean, like the sloppy nature of it all. You know what I mean? And it's just, and that's what's horrible about it. It was senseless and random. You know what I mean? And now that he was a father too, man, that's really sad.
Father, husband, businessman. So you know what I mean? He was providing for.
That's why I wonder if Brad knew him or something. Like, is he just hating on dude? You know what I mean?
Well, what I think it was,
that's where he fucking jogs, or less in my version, like I said, they could have just been tucked off in some cut because they're living out their car and you have to be like out the way. You know what I mean?
Well, now see, like, kind of like out here, when the homeless, they'll go find the spots, say the park, say wherever the track is, on the outskirts of shit, right?
Yeah, tucked off in the cut.
100%. So sometimes, like, I've seen homeless people get into it, or just weirdos get into it with people that just come and frequent my job, and my job is outside. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes shit be building up. You know what I mean? Now, say like if they say like that's their spot, and bruh come through there every day, and they there, waking up. This could have been some early morning light type shit, and they doing something, and he like, hey, can you not, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then there's an exchange of words that turns it goes left real quick.
I've seen that happen at my job plenty of times. 100% facts.
Yeah, and then like it might not even happen that morning. You could have just had some words, whoop, whoop, and it's just like, well, look, this fool runs here every morning, bro. Watch right. And then he comes the next morning. He might be, hey man, I told you I don't be parking here, and whoop, whoop, and it's pow. You know what I mean? Or follows them down the trail, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, that thing, it's unfortunate. You know what I mean?
100%.
This was in SoCal too. That's crazy because the first one they were saying like, when they were saying the county, I was like, oh shit, that's out here because I'm thinking it's a Florida shit. No offense to Florida.
I think the back of the police car said Anaheim police. So Anaheim is where the fucking Angels play. I think that's where Disney is. You know,
all the neighboring cities in that area were affected by the fires too. So you know what I mean?
Right, 100%. That shit. Crazy.
Yeah, because that's what I'm assuming is like, these motherfuckers living out the Prius. You know what I mean? Fucking lost all that shit. Because that's a real thing that happened to people too. They lost that. Doesn't justify murder. Nothing justifies murder, I would say.
100%. Not at all, bro. Not no argument for sure. And it said the people that got the video was on vacation from Florida.
I think the only thing that justifies, because you can't even call it murder if you kill in self-defense. You know what I mean? That's kill or be killed. This ain't one of them situations, I would assume. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, we don't even got that in Cali, huh? And bro didn't have nothing. He was just a jogging motherfucker, bro. Just a businessman, father, and all that shit, like we said, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace and condolences to his family, 100%.
Yeah,
we got PB and J in the building.
What's up, PB and Dub?
Yes, sir. Titan said the dad joke was, if you only had 1 minute to live, what would you eat?
Pussy.
He said a lifesaver.
Oh, I went straight to pussy. I thought that was the answer. That's why I was like, I'm about to nail this one.
He's
a lifesaver. Hey, that's super dad joke. I love it.
Oh, everything. He says
hey,
something.
I bet you asked like 20 dudes that thing. There's gonna be at least 4 or 5 of them to say pussy.
Come on now. Oh, everything. Facts. Maybe 90%. Oh, everything.
Maybe I should have thought a little longer. Okay, it is a dad joke. A lifesaver.
Titan said some people just carry chips on their shoulders for no reason. It was fact.
For real. Just hating on other people's success. Or even just hating, period. They're just mad. They're mad at their own shit, so they project it on everybody. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what's crazy too is like when coming from San Jose where like a million motherfuckers, when you go outside, like nobody really says hello unless you like walking there. You know, no one really opening doors and shit. It's kind of impersonal because there's so many motherfuckers. Plus the homeless, it's hella thick too. You know what I mean? People, then COVID made it even worse. Everybody's just on their way.
I'm gonna tell you what some fucked up shit is when you're the one, because like at my job, I got joggers, I got motherfuckers that walk their dogs, motherfuckers that take their kids to school, all types of shit.
You say hello, top of the morning, you know what I mean?
Everybody. And what fucks me up is the ones that don't say it back. You know what I mean? They feel or how they feel, man. The motherfuckers won't say it back, and that's some punk ass shit. You know what I mean? 100%.
You know me now. I live in the suburbs. You know what I mean? Nowadays, and it's not a million people. It's like fucking only a couple hundred, not even a couple 100,000. So you know what I mean? You see the difference. People open the doors. They say hello. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. You know what I mean?
Oh my
why be mad, right? But it's just different because you're not congested with hella people that don't give a fuck, or people that's on their way to work. And they hot because they mad, they late, you know what I mean? Right. They road raging. But it's different when you live for the city for a goddamn fucking little suburbs. It is different.
Oh, no.
Took me a while to get used to it. I ain't gonna lie. Super quiet at night. It's like, oh shit. Every so often you hear like somebody like sideshowing. They in a donut somewhere and it's like way far, but you can hear it from a distance. Like, oh yeah.
Hey, that's the perfect area out there because
because there was like a problem when I first moved out here. It was like all in the news and shit. People like sideshowing and shit.
Oh, everything. All
over. Here, like, yeah, it makes me feel like I'm at home.
Oh, everything. Facts. Ghost said another crazy one with the digital thumbprint was the guy who was at the Dodger game. I think it was a Curb Your Enthusiasm clip. Crazy. I ain't heard about that one, bro. On everything.
Oh, word. He might, maybe it's a dude that they was looking for or something. He just he was caught on that show. And you know what's crazy? Birds hella chirping out here. And like there's not a tree in sight. Yeah, but there's not a tree in sight. These motherfuckers is on people's houses and shit.
I can hear the motherfuckers on everything.
They're not go on my house, bro. I'll throw some shit at them, man. Look at my solar panels.
And Bakes a lot. He said he had the same answer to the dad joke.
I was like, oh, it's an actual dad joke, not like a dad joke. You know what I mean?
Oh, everything.
Lifesavers. That was a good one though. I ain't gonna lie.
Give me what you got going out on this on this brother and sister tandem in this little bullshit, man.
I mean, shit, just goes to show, man, no matter where you're at, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head on a swivel, bro. Because you know what I mean, there's other. And like, I've always spent the life of being all the way out the way on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a different purpose. You know what I mean? So we was always, you know what I mean? Being low key is always how I try to play. But, some of the people out there, especially like, we don't even know the layers behind this dude. Maybe mental health issues there or some, or, you know what I mean? And a lot of times when you say it was a dude, I'm just painting the story now. What if it was a dude that had you know what I'm saying? He had a house somewhere in the Palisades or something, and shit burnt down. Or not even the Palisades. What was the Palisades? The rich people.
Altadena.
You know what I mean? And he just a regular blue collar dude. You know what I'm saying? And boom, now his sister, same thing. They lose everything. You know what I mean? Then you kind of lose it, so to speak. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term. You know what I mean? So you just gotta watch, keep your head on the swivel. That's all I'm saying. There's people out there, you know what I mean? They're trying to project their shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Energy's just transferred, B. Dude was just jogging. That's sad.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. I mean, yeah. For that how random it was. You know, like you said, they bad people 100%. And you know what I mean? For them to the digital footprint 100% for them just to have done some shit, not even
being some shitty people altogether.
100%, bro. And it's just fucked up that they had to get taken off the streets because they done something to somebody. But you know what I mean? They if the allegations is true, bro, they gotta go, bro. They gotta go sit down, man.
Yeah, they're gonna test how loyal their sibling shit is, because she's getting charged for basically aiding him.
And probably they might charge her as part of it. It ain't no telling, you know. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So she gonna be like, listen, he pulled the trigger, it's his idea, woo, this and that. She gonna be the one try to get some reduced time.
Everything. Yeah, no, for sure. Man,
if he's gonna get a murder, that's a murder too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like murder one's like premeditated and shit. Unless like they can prove, because even sometimes, bro, they can get fools for premeditated if you just go to the car to get the woo wop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because the time that you
you could have just walked off or drove off or some shit like that.
Yeah, because then you're like, fuck that. Go to the woo wop, get the thing, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? From a prosecutor could be like, listen, from that time that you decided to go to the car, and then this is what I'm gonna do, that's premeditated. That there've been some cases where they push that. You have a moment. Just
your mic. I think it's the cable.